number 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so we'll say together question starting from question number 5. Ask in this question to find the optimum tilt angle for a south-facing solar collector in Texas, given latitude equal 31.1 at solar noon on first day of March. Okay, so asking now in this question to find the optimum tilt angle when given collector, solar collector, that's mean PV solar cell, in south facing in Texas, given latitude angle equal 31.1 at solar noon, this time at T, at solar noon, T equal 12 at noon. So for the given data, given latitude, given the symbol of latitude angle, symbol of latitude angle, we see before in question number 4, latitude angle lambda, okay, lambda at solar noon at T equal 12, given date 1st of March. Now ask to find the optimum tilt angle. Anyone know the symbol of tilt angle? Symbol epsilon. This value called epsilon. There are 3 names for same angle. Epsilon in some reference in other question will find as a tilt angle, inclination angle, or elevation angle. So epsilon has 3 names. عندها 3 أسماء ممكن تكون in other question we'll see later. Okay, called tilt angle, inclination angle, or called elevation angle. Okay, so we have now PV cell on south facing. So we have this value of PV cell. Okay, we need to find tilt angle. Tilt angle اللي هي زاوية الميل. زاوية الميل. So tilt angle, this is the value of tilt angle, which should be fine. This is the value. We need to find epsilon, this angle, tilt angle. Okay? How to find this value? Depends on, this is the south facing. How to find tilt angle? You studied this note?
لا.
Okay. So, how to find this angle? I will give you a note first, then given the note, from this note, given the rule to find epsilon. Okay? If we have now, okay, this is the PV. Depends on the data which given in a question. Given the south facing, also given at solar noon. So the sun will be, with respect to PV, will be horizontal at solar noon. بمنتصف النهار كيف تكون الشمس بالنسبة للبي
horizontal 9 degree.
So not horizontal. If 9 degree, so perpendicular. هي بتكون بزاوية 90 فده perpendicular. So the sun will be here. Okay, for example here, so will be perpendicular in this direction. Okay, so now we need to find the tilt angle. الحين إذا أتكلم عن التيلت angle خلينا أخذها بغير طريقة حتى تكون أسهل, to be easy. If this is now the sun, okay, I'm sorry, I will repeat it again. Okay, I will repeat this diagram. Okay, so this is direction of south. We have now, this is the PV. Okay, we need to find sun as a perpendicular with respect to this value, perpendicular. So we need to find now epsilon, the elevation or tilt angle. How to find? Now, we have a new angle called altitude angle. Altitude, not latitude. We have latitude angle lambda, but we have other angle called altitude angle beta. The altitude angle will be the angle between sun rays with respect to horizontal plane. Okay? The altitude angle will be the angle between the sun ray, this is the sun ray, okay, with respect to horizontal plane. So this is the value of beta. This is altitude angle, okay? So I will give you the note of beta, where beta called altitude angle, okay? So if we have altitude angle beta, how to find beta? Beta given as always, given same rule, depends on declination angle and also depends on latitude angle. So beta, the rule of beta, equal 90 minus latitude angle, then a plus declination angle. We see before, declination angle in question number 4. Okay, depends on number of days. So beta, altitude angle, equal 90 minus lambda plus delta. So we have lambda here. Okay, we have lambda equal 31.1. We need delta. If we find delta, so we can find now beta. Clear? How to find delta? Anyone remember? Delta called, before we see this one, okay? This one called declination angle. Declination angle. When find this angle, find delta equal 23.45 sine of 360 over 360.25. This value depends on D, where D number of days, minus 80. And this angle in degree, all angles in degree. So depends on D number of days. We have a date given 1st of March, so we can find D. So from declination angle and latitude angle, we'll find altitude angle beta. So okay, we have now altitude angle. How to find, I will back now, how to find elevation or tilt angle, epsilon. If we have, أريد أبسط, simplify this note. If we have now in this place, if we have perpendicular plane, okay, and we know the symmetric of angles. So this angle, if we know this angle equal 90, okay, this angle will be 90. If we have beta, so can find this answer, yes? Now, this angle, what is this angle and also this angle? From symmetric, إذا أماثل الزوايا المتناظرة اعطوني هاي القيمة. This angle will be
تساويات
شو هي؟
90 plus B.
This angle will be what? Lambda, epsilon, delta, alpha, from symmetric of angles from this diagram.
90 minus epsilon.
Epsilon, yes. This angle will be epsilon. So if we have beta and we know this angle equal 90, so epsilon will be 90 minus epsilon. Sorry. Epsilon will be 90 minus beta. Okay? 90 minus beta. Clear? Now we need to find epsilon. How to find epsilon? We know now the value of altitude angle beta. And we know from this diagram, the perpendicular or the plane will find between horizontal and vertical line will find the angle equal 90. So from symmetric of angles will be, this angle will be epsilon. So epsilon will be 90 minus beta. So we'll find epsilon. This is the tilt, called tilt angle or elevation angle or inclination angle, same name. This angle epsilon equal, in this case, equal 90 minus beta. So should we find beta first? When finding beta in step number 1, then we'll find epsilon in step number 2. Clear? Okay. Starting now to find beta.
مس
Yes.
بضيف ثاني مرة كيف في الأبسلون 90 ماينس بيتا.
ما احنا هذه كلها this angle will be 90, yes, between horizontal and vertical line. This is 90, yes. So if we have this angle between sun rays and horizontal, okay, equal beta. So we have value of beta. So this angle will be 90 minus beta. هذه الانجل بتكون مكمل ال 90 okay. So this angle will be beta plus epsilon, beta plus epsilon will be 90. So epsilon will be 90 minus beta. Now Abdullah, clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So we're starting now to find first step. To find beta should be find declination angle, delta. So starting to find delta. So step number 1, find beta, altitude angle. So step number 1 or part 1 should be find declination angle. To find declination angle, find first the number of days. Okay, find D first. So D equal how many days? Depends on given date. In one first day of March. So how many days? January, how many days? In January?
31.
So 31 from January, then February?
28.
28 or 29 of February. Then from March, we need only first day. So 1 of March. So number of days, D equal 31 plus 28 plus 1. So D equal 60 days. So 60 days. Then in the step B, second part, should be find declination angle. So declination, انتبهوا, the difference between declination and inclination. Declination means delta, and inclination, this is epsilon. So declination angle delta equal, from given rule, this rule, equal to 3.45 sine of, only depends on D, 360 over 365.25, then D, where D60 minus 80. Some reference use 81. So 80 or 81, given same value. Okay, so delta, find please this angle, declination angle. In degree, all angles in degree.
Minus 7.9.
Yes, minus 7.9 degree. So this is the declination angle. So now we can find beta, because beta depends on latitude angle and on delta, declination angle. Latitude angle given. So therefore beta will be 90 minus lambda, where lambda equal, in this question, 31.1. So minus 31.1, then plus, this is the rule of beta. So this is the rule, okay, plus delta, where delta minus 7.9. So minus 7.9. So the altitude angle equal to?
$51.
51, okay, degree. Then, now finish step number 1. Now we
Miss.
know, yes.
أنت فوق في القانون تبع الدلتا كاتبة 360 over 360.25 وهني تحت كاتبة 360
65 should be 65. Where 60? Oh, enroll? Yes, 65. Yes, 65. We used this rule before. 65. Okay, only mistake in writing. Okay, so 360 over 365. Okay, 0.25. So 51 degree. This is the value of altitude angle. Now step number 2 should be find now tilt angle. So find epsilon. So epsilon equal to, with respect to beta, epsilon will be 90 minus beta. So equal 90 minus 51. Equal
39.
39. Okay, 39 degree. In tutorial, doctor given the final answer, but incorrect. Given the final answer 40.4 degree. The correct answer 39, because it changed the latitude angle and didn't change the final answer. So final answer of this question given in tutorial equal 40.4 should be 39, not 40.4. Okay? So clear this question? Okay?
Miss beta اللي هي الانجل between sun rate with respect to what؟
Horizontal plane.
طيب.
Horizontal الأفق مع الأفقي. Okay? So question number 8, same question. Question number 8. Given in a question number 8, okay, same question. Given find optimum tilt angle for south-facing photovoltaic module in Suhar, Oman, latitude angle lambda equal 24, okay, at solar noon again, and given the date equal 2nd day of April in 2019. So this question, if you have the original tutorial, the date difference, okay? This date changed only yesterday, okay? So before given 1st of March. Now for this question, change the date to be 2nd of April. So we'll solve using same steps in previous question, in question number 5. So I will give you the final answer direct, okay? So we'll starting again, find number of days, then from number of days find declination angle delta, then we'll find beta, depends on delta and lambda, okay? Then depends on beta, we'll find tilt angle, where tilt angle will be 90 minus beta. So in this case, anyone given the value of days? D? How many days? January? 31, yes? 31 days from January, then 28 from February, then March, 31 of March.
And 2
then,
days from April.
Yes, 2 days from April. So the number of days, D equal 31 plus 28 plus 31 again plus 2.
122.
92.
No, 92.
92.
Yes,
92.
92 days. Okay, then this is the first step. Okay, part A. Then part B, there's two steps to find delta. So to find beta. Okay, so the delta will be, now apply the rule, will give the answer equal 4.81 as the angle of delta. Then from these two values, we'll find beta. So step number 1, from these two values, okay, again, same problem. I'm sorry for this problem. So I will open again tutorial. So we'll starting again, question number 8. I will give you the number of days first was 92. Then delta equal 4.81 degree. Then we'll find beta, where beta equal 90 minus lambda, and lambda in this case, in this question, given equal 24. So 90 minus 24, then plus delta, and this is the value of delta. We'll find beta equal 70.81. Okay, then the last step to find tilt angle will be 90 minus beta, where beta equals 70. So will be 19.2 degree. Okay. Okay. Clear the tutorial sheet? You see?
Clear.
Okay. So we'll back to question number 7 now. Okay. Question number 7. Calculate the solar insolation on horizontal collector at latitude 24 degree on 20 of February 2017. Given two cases, at equinoxes and at equator. So calculate the solar insolation. What does it mean by solar insolation? Calculate solar insolation. This is the power density. Solar insolation means power density. Unit of power density? unit solar insolation, given like this, P, where this value in watt per meter square. This is the solar insolation. Asked to find solar insolation, that means the power density. On horizontal collector, we have 3 types of collector. Okay, we have 3 types of insolation. Okay, so we have tracking surface, sun tracking surface, or stationary surface, or horizontal surface collector. Okay, so depends on each type. We'll find the solar insolation will depends on one of the angles given, declination angle, latitude angle, or hour angle. So depends on the collector, if horizontal or stationary or tracking will be used, the insolation, solar insolation will be different. Okay, so in this case, I think this is in this week, we'll study this note in this week. So given lambda latitude angle equal 24, and given date equal 20 of February, at equinoxes and at equator. You know equinoxes before. That means the spring and autumn season. Okay, هذا اللي هم بالخريف والربيع at equinoxes بالاعتدال. Then at equator, how to find now power density? Anyone try to solve this note? First, from previous note which given before, at equinoxes, if we need to find delta, declination angle, so declination angle equal what? At equinoxes, we see from diagram, at equinoxes, at summer solstice and at winter solstice, we given the value of delta.
0.
At which one? At equinoxes?
Yes.
Yes. At equinoxes, delta equals 0. But at summer and winter will be the same value. From delta, we know from delta, the rule 23.45, then sign off, okay, this answer. If given in a question, asked to find the delta at summer, for example, summer solstice will be direct equal 23.45. In winter solstice will be same value but negative, so minus 23.45. Otherwise, at equinoxes will be 0. Okay, so delta at this case, delta will be 0. Okay, for equator, delta will be depends on date. Delta at equator will be depends on number of days. So should be fine, depends on given date, in this case 20 of February. Okay, then if we need to find alpha, what does mean by alpha? Which angle this one? Also we see before in question number 4. Alpha.
Our angle.
Our angle, yes. How to find our angle? Our angle equal 15, 360 over 24. This is 15. Then times t minus 12, where t time out of 24. Okay? So if afternoon will be negative, before noon will be positive. We see in question number 4 also this note. Now, our angle in 2 cases, at equinoxes and at equator, for this case, for horizontal collector only. I now given the note for this type of insolation for horizontal collector. Otherwise, for 2 other types will be different. So delta, and in this case, at equator will be depends on date. For the 2 cases, given alpha, our angle will be pi over 2 equal 90. Okay, so this is not should be known in lecture note. Doctor will explain it. Okay, so now in general, we need now to find the power density. For example, for first part, for I at equinoxes. So P, this is the power density P, in watt per meter square equal to BS over by then cosine of lambda. Okay, where lambda latitude angle, and this angle given, so equal 24. So can find direct this value. For the second case, for equator, we'll find the power density, okay, equal BS over pi, but now depends on delta, declination angle. So we can't find declination angle because given the number of days, okay? Okay, now our question here, if we have angle of lambda and we can calculate the value of delta, depends on given date, how to find BS? What does mean by BS? Cannot find the value, depends on two unknown value. So we need to find power density, depends on BS and lambda. So lambda given, how to find BS? Again, given here BS with delta. Delta can find, okay. But for BS?
What meaning of BS?
This is my question. BS, power density, this power, because now we need to find power density at equinoxes or at equator, so should be starting from sun. At sun, okay, on sun, the BS, the power density on sun equal 1360 watt per meter square. Then when reach to atmosphere will be reduced, okay? 360 will be outside, cancel. So we reach to atmosphere equal 1000 watt per meter square. So our calculation should be on atmosphere, after atmosphere. So we'll use this value as a constant, BS equal 1000 watt per meter square. Okay? So BS, this is the power density. On sun, this is constant, equal 1360 watt per meter square. But when reach to atmosphere, then will be 1000 watt per meter square. So we'll use this value. So BS, this is constant, power density. So at atmosphere, so PS equal constant equal 1000 watt per meter square. So can now substitute, depends on the two rule. So in case one, we'll find BS equal 1000 over pi, then cosine of latitude angle, where latitude angle equal 24. Now pi equal to what? 1000 over pi, then cosine of lambda. Pi, value of pi equal?
3.14.
Should be constant, yes, 3.14. Not equal 180. This is out of angle. Look at cosine of pi, yes, 180. But outside, this is constant now, 3.14. So this value will be
29.07.
why 29? Should be 290. Meriton 100.
290.9.
Yes, equal to
290.9.
90 point. Now depends on value of pi will give a rounding. البعض ياخذها 3.14 only. البعض ياخذها all values of pi. So will be 290. This is the true value. Then
0.79.
0.79. I have 0.94. 79. Okay. Then 79 unit. Unit power density, so watt per meter squared. I'm written from the beginning, so in watt per meter squared. Okay, then for second case we need now to find first delta. We need to find delta. So delta, declination angle, 23.45, then sine of 360 over 365.25 times D, where D equal, okay, didn't find D. So D equal, for second part, D, how many days? How many days? From January? 31
plus 20.
plus 20, yes, plus 20 days from February. So D equal 51 days, yes, 51 days. So we'll substitute now, and delta will be 51 minus 80. So find declination angle.
Minus 11.2.
Yes, minus 11.2 degree, yes. Then find now power density will be 1000 PS over by, then cosine of declination angle minus 11.2. So answer in watt per meter square.
$56.2.
No.
312.
Yes, 312, then point
24.
1 point
24.
24, okay, degree, no, watt per meter square, watt per meter square. This is power density, okay. When study this note, we'll give the different rule, depends on type of insulation, so will be 3 types, okay. So the last question now for today.
بس
Yes.
تكتبي لنا الأنواع من فضلك المجال.
ما انتم بعدكم ما ماخذينه. Type of insulation on sun tracking surface, on stationary surface, on horizontal surface. We'll see in lecture note given with example the 3 types. بتشوفها موجودة في lecture given. Okay, the last question now, question number 9. Find the elevation angle and azimuth angle. Okay, so find 2 angles. Elevation angle, given the symbol of elevation angle, epsilon. We said before, tilt angle, elevation angle, or inclination angle. Okay, and
Miss?
azimuth, yes. Yes.
معنا في ال tutorial altitude not elevation.
Altitude beta.
Angle on, yes.
Beta altitude.
Yeah, but in the question we have in the tutorial, it is altitude, not elevation.
This is the previous tutorial. Now change this week. Yesterday,
okay.
doctor changed this note. Before, given altitude, you can find altitude angle. But for other note, change to elevation. We'll see now. Okay?
Okay.
هاي الدكتور غيرها changing from altitude angle to be elevation angle for other note. Now we'll see. Okay? So if we need to find beta, we know now the value of beta. If given in other place, find the altitude angle. So will be beta. And beta equal 90 minus lambda plus delta. We can find it. Okay? Direct, all data given. But for elevation angle, we'll compare between this question and question number 4, because this question same. If back to question number 4 was Find the azimuth angle for same data, only changing this, only extra this one. Okay, so question number 4 was find azimuth angle for the sun at 3 p.m. solar time, okay, on Colorado, latitude 40 degree on summer solstice. So we solved before this answer. We find this answer in question number 4. Anyone remember the value of zeta of azimuth angle? كم وجدناها in question number 4? Was minus 80. كانت minus 80 degree in question number 4. So for today, we're starting now from elevation angle. If you remember how to find this value, before we use in question number 4 to find zeta azimuth angle, we use before tan of zeta equal sine alpha over sine lambda cosine alpha, then minus cosine lambda and tan delta. Tan delta. This is the rule which apply in question number 4. And find zeta, we find zeta before equal minus 80. Okay? So for today, we need to find elevation angle first, then we'll apply elevation angle to find zeta. So to find zeta, we have more than one rule. So depends on this rule. In question number 4, we didn't use epsilon. لاحظوا هنا عندنا our angle, latitude angle lambda and delta declination angle. So we use in this rule 3 angles, okay, but they didn't use epsilon. So in this question we need to find zeta with respect to epsilon, then check the value should be same, should be given minus 80. Okay, clear? غيرنا السؤال من altitude to B to find elevation angle, to use this angle now to find azimuth angle. Okay, so how to find elevation angle? Step number 1, find epsilon. Okay, this is the rule of epsilon. Sine epsilon equal cosine delta cosine lambda cosine alpha plus sine delta then sine lambda. This is the rule to find epsilon. So please substitute. Should be know all of these values of angle. We have delta, lambda, and alpha. Okay, so delta will starting from lambda. Will starting direct from lambda. Lambda equal lambda given in question. Lambda latitude angle equal 40. So lambda equal 40 given in a question. Okay, we need to find also delta and alpha. Delta, how to find delta? We know delta depends on number of days, but number of days not given the date for this question. So can find delta depends on other note. How to find delta in this case, in this question? We find before in question number 4. How to find it? Delta, declination angle. Before.
Miss, it depends on
Summer solstice, okay?
Yeah,
So depends on
it
summer
will
solstice will be
23,
okay, 0.45.
23.44.
Okay, so depends on summer solstice, direct delta equal 23.45. We have extra value, so this value given, declination we know. Now we have alpha, where alpha, our angle, how to find it? Alpha equal 15, 360 over 24, so 15, t minus 12, where t out of 24. So given time equal to 3 p.m. So 3 p.m. out of 24 will be
15.
15. So this is 15. T equal 15. So when substitute will be 15. So T equal 15 minus 12. So this value afternoon PM. So will be negative. So will be negative. So this answer 15 minus 12 equal plus 3. Because afternoon we'll use minus 3. So will be 15 times minus 3 equal minus 45. So we have the 3 angles now we can apply. Okay, latitude angle given, delta declination angle given, and our angle also given. We'll substitute now, please, given the value of elevation angle. Find epsilon. Epsilon will be arc sine of this value, of this state. So given this answer, please. Level 4, please. Given the value of epsilon, arc sine of the answer given using cosine delta, cosine lambda, cosine alpha, then plus sine delta, sine lambda.
0.752.
Epsilon, I want epsilon now, in degree. Arc sine of this answer.
minus 7.3.
No. Should we use in degree?
73.45.
No.
0.93
ألهمكم level 4. No.
degree مش هذا.
Degree.
8.8.
Alhamdulillah. 48 point. 10 point.
82.
82, yes. This is the angle of epsilon, elevation angle, equal 48.82. In degree, yes, in degree. So cosine of 23.45 times cosine of 40, then cosine of minus 45, then plus sine again of 23.45 times sine of 40. We'll give the answer equal this side equal 0.75266. Then take the inverse of sine, arc sine of this answer will give 48.82. Okay, this is the value of elevation angle. Now, depends on this value, we need to find now zeta, azimuth angle, and check with the question number 4 should be equal minus 80. So I will give you the rule in this part, depends on epsilon. So depends on epsilon, part 2. Okay, zeta, will back first to use sine now. Instead of tan of zeta, we'll use in this case small rule using sine of Okay, use rule. Sine of zeta will be cosine delta. Please write this note. Sine of zeta equal cosine delta sine alpha over cosine epsilon. Only 3 notes. Cosine delta sine alpha over cosine of epsilon. This is sine of zeta, azimuth angle. Then try to find now zeta.
مش يقطع معنا ما يظهر الكتابة.
ما يكتب عندي، علق عندي ما يكتب، ما أكتب شيء. انتوا كتبوا. Okay, now written the rule of sine zeta. Sine zeta will be cosine, okay, cosine delta sine alpha times sine alpha over cosine epsilon. Then find zeta. This is the last step. Please find this answer, zeta.
بس كأنه ما ظهر شيء.
معلق عندي ما أكتب شيء، معلق عندي ما يكتب نهائي. فبس أعطيكم الفاينل أنسر حتى ما أغلق وأرجع. أعطيكم الفاينل أنسر should be fine minus 80. Okay, so substitute. Depends on given rule now. Sine zeta equal in numerator cosine delta then times sine alpha over cosine of epsilon. Substitute delta 23.45, alpha minus 45 over cosine of epsilon where epsilon 48.82. Find zeta. يلا.
minus 80.14.
Okay, so minus 80.1 okay, so equal minus 80. Okay, so given same answer with different rule for, because the previous rule was tan of zeta. We use many angles, sine of alpha, then sine of lambda, cosine of alpha, then cosine of lambda, and tan of delta. But in this case, for using sine of zeta, only 3 angles. Cosine delta, sine alpha, then over cosine of epsilon. So given same answer. In an exam, use any rule, but for only to compare between the 2 parts, between question number 4 and question number 9. In this case, we use only two different rules. But in exam should be use any one. Depends on your data. Okay? Clear? For next hour, inshallah, on Wednesday, will be on Wednesday. No tutorial on Wednesday. The other question in this tutorial solve. All question given with answer. So no tutorial for Wednesday for the second hour, should be lab. So try to finish the lab. Please send to me the group. Only 3 to 4 groups only send the name. Okay, so try please. Before Thursday should be given the name of groups. Okay, so inshallah on Wednesday no tutorial. This is lab. Should be finished this lab because now module 2 will be finished. Okay, any note? before leaving because I can't do anything.
Yes, excuse me.
Yes.
About this last second part. Can you write in whiteboard and sending in the team? Or whiteboard?
I will send this one on a team in a file for all groups. This tutorial solution, inshallah, I will give you.
Okay, and this second for answer sending. So that's one. Right?
Inshallah. Okay. Then, okay, finished for today. Assalamu alaikum. Can leave.